And if Tyson Fury is as serious as he thinks he is, and he wants to put down his Twitter fingers and put on some gloves and come and fight one of the realest fighters out there that will take on any challenge.
It shows you how irrelevant I am in the game and how hungry they are for Achilles to come back. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy. I've won everything I've had to do. Listen, my last fight was a clear victory.
Fury, listen, we'll see you in September.
Is it realistic, you think? I mean, it's been like 7 years, right?
We'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it this year.
Anthony Joshua's emphatic knockout of Jake Paul not only reasserted his presence in the heavyweight spotlight, but also instantly reignited one of boxing's most tantalizing rivalries. The moment Paul hit the canvas in Miami, Joshua didn't just revel in victory. He turned his attention squarely to Tyson Fury, issuing a blistering no-nonsense call-out in the ring and on social media. With the crowd still buzzing from the dramatic KO and Paul's broken jaw, AJ urged Fury to put down his Twitter fingers, step into the ring, and settle their long-anticipated grudge fight once and for all, challenging the Gypsy King to trade online barbs for real punches in what could be the biggest British heavyweight showdown in years.
Tyson Fury is as serious as he thinks he is, and he wants to put down his Twitter fingers and put on some gloves and come and fight one of the realest fighters out there that will take on any challenge. Step in the ring with me next if you're a real bad boy. Don't do all that talking, AJ this, AJ that. Let's see you in the ring and talk with your fists.
After a 15-month layoff and intense build-up to what many viewed as a super fight spectacle, the former two-time world heavyweight champion eventually found his reign against Paul, dropping him 4 times before delivering a knockout blow in round 6 that left Paul with a broken jaw.
Give a monkeys about what anyone says, because they sit at home, they're full of negativity. It's like the people that are negative towards someone like Jake Paul. Look at what he's done with his life. Do you know what I mean? So yes, it took AJ a couple of rounds to get hold of him, and then he knocked him spark out and broke his jaw. It was a frustrating 2-3 rounds maybe, because Jake was moving so much, holding, but did well, I thought. I mean, I was impressed with him. I mean, I was more impressed with his toughness, because I think that last shot would have knocked out most heavyweights. I mean, you've got to respect him, because he did what many people wouldn't do, which was get in the ring with him. And, you know, he didn't, I know he run and hold, but he also let his hands go at times. And he was in the firing line, and, you know, we got 6 good rounds in the end of actual work.
Is that how you see it in the end?
Yeah, I actually think it's a positive, because, you know, we could have gone in there and got it all over with 45 seconds. He's done an 8-week camp, and now he's done 6 rounds. He's got something to go back and work on with the team.
But even before the celebration crowd had fully soaked in the outcome, Joshua seized the moment to throw down the gauntlet to Tyson Fury, explicitly challenging Fury to return from retirement, put aside endless social media back and forth, and settle their long-awaited grudge fight in the ring.
Like, I'm not gonna disrespect Fury, Gareth.
I want to fight him though, Jack. We want to see you fight him so much.
Exactly. I think I deserve it. The fans deserve it. You deserve it. It's such a shame that the guy decided to retire. He should grow a backbone. You win some, you lose some.
Do you beat him?
Yeah, definitely.
All day long, yeah?
100%. So do you know what day it is today?
Saturday morning.
What comes after Saturday?
Sunday.
Ring Magazine recently posted, Fury versus Joshua is closer than ever. Anthony Joshua's win over Jake Paul has set him on a collision course with Tyson Fury. Even though Anthony Joshua knocked out Jake Paul in the 6th round and broke his jaw, many respected figures in combat sports publicly acknowledged Paul's heart, courage, and performance. MMA legend Anderson Silva said people need to respect Jake Paul for stepping into the ring with a seasoned former heavyweight champion and for how he fought through adversity, stressing Paul's improvements and bravery.
By the way, Anthony Joshua put on a show in Miami, taking on Jake Paul in a much-anticipated heavyweight bout, and in the end it was AJ who delivered exactly what we wanted in the end. He stopped Paul in the 6th round to get the victory. I'm just seeing pictures online just now of Jake Paul with a broken jaw. The guy's crazy. He's sticking his tongue out, blood everywhere. He's playing up to the cameras. He's quite the showman. Our very own showman with us this morning out there in Miami is TalkSport's Gareth A. Davies. Good morning, Gareth.
Hi, Gareth.
Good morning, Shaban. Good morning, Tony. A very dramatic night here.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Gareth, I've got to ask you, because obviously he'll be criticised, I think, for sort of running around the ring in the first few rounds. But, boy, I've got to say, this Jake Paul is game as anybody I've seen.
He is very, very bold and very brash and very brave.
and he did extraordinarily well to take Anthony Joshua 6 rounds tonight. Yes, he ran around, he was elusive, but then he clinched, and I think he landed about 4 or 5 punches. Arguably, he might have won the first round and another round in there. So he did a brilliant job for his own resume, for his own career. And as you say, he's in hospital right now. He's posting the pictures already on Instagram. The scars of battle, the wounds of battle, the broken jaw, his teeth are rearranged a little bit. He gave it his all, but he wasn't good enough. What happened, we knew that was going to happen. The gulf in class and experience was extraordinary. And, I've just been with Anthony Joshua, and he said he was actually quite surprised about how elusive Jake was, and he just decided, you know what, I'm going to take my time here.
Some fans have been comparing Jake Paul's performance to Francis Ngannou's simply because Paul managed to go 6 rounds with Anthony Joshua before being stopped, while Ngannou was knocked out much earlier in their bout. As Blonde MMA posted, everyone is ignoring the bigger picture. What this showed us is that Jake Paul is not only a better boxer than Francis Ngannou, but he also arguably scales to Tyson Fury. Remember, Francis went 2 rounds with AJ, and Jake went 6. Paul's ability to survive longer, even with a broken jaw, was cited by some as evidence he might be better or more durable than Ngannou against a top-level boxer.
Jake Paul lasted longer than Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou came to fight. That's it. It was like Jake was stuck in 2020 the way he stayed 2 meters away from Joshua at all times. Jake was nowhere near Joshua's range. Nowhere near. Francis was very near. He came to box him. Jake just came in there to survive. That's all it was. He just wanted to see the end bell. He maybe land a lucky overhand right, which he did land a couple. Eventually, when the distance was closed, due to Jake not running, due to him being tired, boom, the knockout came. That's all it was. I don't want to hear people say, oh, he did better than Francis, because he didn't, because Francis was in boxing range, and Jake might as well.
Former world champion Carl Froch didn't hold back on his feelings about the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight, suggesting that matchups like this have dragged boxing into what he calls clown world. Froch had previously criticized Joshua's choice to face a YouTube star instead of elite competitors, arguing it damages the sport and even dents Joshua's legacy, saying that fighting social media personalities doesn't reflect the true competitive level expected of top heavyweights. While he didn't use the exact phrase, "This fight was a disgrace," in direct quotes, Froch's overall tone made it clear he sees celebrity crossover bouts as harmful to boxing's credibility and tradition.
Bad knockout. It wasn't an El Sparko. He wasn't rendered unconscious, but he got done. He got it on the chin. He went over. He didn't beat the count. He was sort of up on his feet. But if I'm honest, the whole fight was terrible on it. It was just so bad. It was just shit, wasn't it? A proper bad fight for AJ. And let me start with AJ. AJ was following him around the ring a little bit, sort of pouring with the jab, putting the jab on the shoulder of Jake Paul, sort of putting him in the corner and not really pulling the trigger on the right hand. He didn't seem to be motivated to go in there and just smash Jake Paul into oblivion in the first 1 or 2 rounds, which I think he could have done. But he's been out the ring 15 months, a bit slow on his feet, a bit ring rust maybe, and it's hard. When I used to spar novice amateurs, even when I was a world champion pro, if you're not motivated, sometimes you can have a couple of bad rounds and you're sort of looking at your opponent and a jab hits you or right hand hits you. And I think AJ was in a bit of a daze early on, just walking him around, touching the jab on his shoulder, not really pulling the trigger on the right hand. Didn't look like he got out of first gear. Jake Paul was just on pure survival mode from round 1 right through to round 6. I don't know if he's got a moral victory going 6 rounds. Maybe he has. People might give him credit for going 6 rounds. But he got in there and just survived. He just went in there and ran like a chicken from round 1 right through to round 6 when he got splattered. And it's like, you can't really justify what he's done, because this is supposed to be a professional sanctioned boxing match. And I think it brings the integrity of the sport down when somebody like AJ, as a 2-time world champion, can't get in there and just completely dismiss somebody like Jake Paul, who I've said for ages can't fight. He's not a professional boxer. It's just AJ following him around, touching him to the shoulder. Round 1 came and went. Round 2 was much of the same, bit slow. I think AJ got caught with an overhand right at one stage, but sometimes when you're out in the rain, you're going to get wet. He was following him around, taking his eye off the ball, probably a bit undermotivated, thinking, what's this guy doing that's in front of me? Jake Paul was just...
Paul's plan for the game against Anthony Joshua was built around movement, speed, and avoiding Joshua's power for as long as possible. Paul openly stated before the fight that his strategy was to use his agility and footwork, constantly circling, keeping his distance, and making Joshua chase him around the ring in hopes of frustrating the former heavyweight champ and surviving all 8 rounds. His team and even Paul himself said he wanted to avoid that one shot and bank on his cardio and angles to last the distance. The idea was simple. Keep moving, frustrate Joshua, and make him miss rather than trying to engage head-on with a heavier, more experienced puncher.